writer, William Shakespeare. He was not only a writer, but a poet, playwright, actor, and dramatist. He was born on 23rd April 1564 in Stratford-upon-Avon. He is widely regarded as the greatest writer in English language and the world's preeminent dramatist. He is often called England's national poet and nicknamed the Bard of Avon. He wrote about 38 plays, 154 sonnets, 2 long lyric poems, and some other verses, of which the authorship of some of them is uncertain. His plays have been translated into every major living language and are performed more often than those of any other playwright. In the year 1582, at the age of 18, he married Annie Hathaway. She was 8 years older than him. They had 3 children, Susanna and twins Hamlet and Sudhi. After his marriage, information about his life became very rare, but he thought to spend most of his time in London writing and performing his plays. Between 1585 and 1592, he began a successful career in London as an actor, writer, and part owner of a playing company called Lord Campbell and Smith, later known as King Smith. It is absolutely true that a good writer is a good reader firstly. So, William Shakespeare's brilliant work can be the result of the time he spent reading and analyzing other authors' work back in the days. He then wrote mainly tragedies until about 1608, includes Hamlet, Macbeth, Othello, King Lear, considered some of the finest work in the English language. In his last phase, he wrote tragicomedies, also known as romances. Shakespeare has an endless list of wonderful achievements. Take for instance, the English language would not have been what it is today if Shakespeare didn't exist. He plays a great role in shaping English literature to what is currently. He is globally known and is considered the best playwright of all time. He remains arguably the most influential writer, and his work continue to be studied and reinterpreted. Thank you. Have a nice day to you all.
King Lear, which was written by William Shakespeare. We are talking about William Shakespeare and not about his dramas. Quite unfair, right? King Lear, one of the most famous stories written by William Shakespeare, is a story based on a king named Lear and his three daughters, Gondrel, Regan, and Cordelia. The king was getting too old and decided to hand over his kingdom to his three daughters. So he decided to conduct a ceremony where his all three daughters have to express their love towards him. The daughter who will impress the king more will get the major part of the kingdom. At the time of ceremony, King's first daughter Gondrel came forward and expressed her love towards King by saying the utmost words flattery. The same things were done by his mid-daughter Regan. King was very happy with his both the daughters. Now it's time for her third daughter, the youngest one, Cordelia. She came forward and tells that she loves his father nor more or nor less than a daughter should do. King was not very happy with this statement and decided not to give a single piece of property to her. But at the same time, a king of France was present there and he was very happy with her statement. He wanted to marry her. She married to her and got away with him. Now the kingdom was divided between Gondrel and Regan. As soon King realizes that his decision was not good, they both started betraying him. Parallelly happening to this story, there was a nobleman, Gloucester, present there. He also tried to help King Lear, and he trying to help King Lear. His illegitimate son Edmund tries to convince him that his legitimate son Edward is trying to kill him. When Gloucester realizes that King Lear's daughters are turned against him, he decided to help him. So Battle of Treason blind him and turned him to wander the countryside. He aims being led by his destitute son Edgar towards the city of Dover. In Dover, city of French, by his younger daughter Cordelia to save her father Edmund becomes Cordelia was faces defeat and Cordelia and Lear was captured. Gondrel poisons Regan and out of jealousy over Edmund then kills herself and everything gets revealed to Albany. Cordelia was executed in prison. Lear finally dies of grief at Cordelia passing. Albany, Edgar and already Kent are left to take care of the country. And this is how the story ends. The moral of the story is people's actions speaks more than his own words. Thank you.
Everyone, I'm Shambhavi Singh at Class 6C. I'm here to present a thought from one of the most famous comedies by William Shakespeare. All's well that ends well. Love all, trust a few, and do wrong to none. Thank you and have a marvelous day ahead.
Good morning. Today I am Susti of class 9 going to present a thought taken from the famous comedy of William Shakespeare as you like it. So the thought is all the world a stage and all men and women merely players. Thank you and have a great day.
Good morning everyone. I Vansh Kapoor is present here to present a thought given by William Shakespeare from one of his famous plays, Measure for Measure, and the thought is our doubts are traitors and makes us lose the good we of might win by fearing of attempt. Thank you.
Good morning. I am here to present one of the famous tragedies by William Shakespeare, Hamlet. The thought is, nothing is either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. Thank you.
very prestigious morning to one and all present over here. Respected principal, sir, esteemed teachers, and my dear friends. This is Kritika Devna from class 10E, standing in front of you to present a monologue on the birth anniversary of one of the famous writer, narrator, William Shakespeare. Now, let me explain you what's a monologue in short. Basically, a dramatic monologue is any speech of some duration addressed by one character to another. So today I'm gonna act the monologue that is all's well that ends well of Helena. Helena, who acts as a countess waiting woman and attendant, but is much of lower status. Helena was madly in love with Bertram, but as the monologue expounds herself, Helena does not deserve him at her current position. So it goes like, then I confess, here on my knees before high heaven and you, that before you are next unto high heaven, I love you, son. My friends were poor, but honest, so's my love. Be not offended, it hurts not me, that his love of me. I follow him not by any token of presumptuous soul, nor I would have him till I do deserve him, yet never knowing how the desert should be. I know I love him we strive against hope, yet in this captious and intameable sea, I still pour waters into my love and lack not to still hope. Thus, in tune, like religious and mind error, I adore the sun who looks upon his worshipper but knows him no more. My dearest madam, let not your hate encounter with my words. For loving where you do, but if your second ever is so true of liking, wish chastisely and love, dearly like your dad, it was both herself and love. Oh, then give me pity to her whose state is such that cannot be choose but led, but she is sure she would lose. It was the riddle life of her search that implies where she lives, but rather than where she lives, sweetly she dies. That's from all my side. Hope you like it, and that's for today. Thank you and have a great day ahead.
Century play written by William Shakespeare, in which a merchant in Venice named Antonio defaults on a large loan. On behalf of Bassanio, his dear friend, provided by a Jewish money lender, Shylock. It is believed to have been written between 1506 and 1598. Good morning, everyone. We are presenting a play named The Merchant of Venice by William Shakespeare. This play is all about the urgency of Antonio to borrow money from the Jewish money lender, Shylock, to help his friend Bassanio to the Princess of Shelby. Scene 1. In a street of Venice.
Hi, how are you, my friend Bassanio? You look so upset.
I am good, not really.
Well, Bassanio is in need of money to buy a dress for himself as a shooter for Portia, and he is in love with her.
Oh, my friend, I would really give you the money, but all my ships stuck in tides on the sea and haven't returned here.
Can you borrow money from the Jewish money lender Shylock?
Yeah, let's go to the Shylock.
Yeah.
Shylock.
Oh my goodness, I'm glad that the great merchant of Venice, Antonio and Bassanio is in my place. Tell me, how can I help you?
I need sum of 3,000 ducats for my friend, and I will return it when my ships will return.
But what if they don't?
Give me duration of 3 months, I assure you that I will pay.
But if you fail, I will take a pound of flesh from any part of your body.
No, Antonio, you don't have to sacrifice this much. I will not allow you to sacrifice your life for the sake of unhappiness.
It's okay, Bassanio, don't worry. I will pay him when my sins will return.
Still, I will not risk your life.
It's okay. I will be safe, Bassanio.
Sign this bond.
Yes, sir.
To see you are with me. Welcome. Choose the correct box and you will get instant time.
The ring must be in the lead box as she likes simplicity.
Bassanio puts the ring in the finger of Portia.
I'm glad that you chose the correct box.
Messenger arrived.
Bassanio, Antonio is in trouble.
Oh shit, I said him not to risk his life. I am shocked that Shylock is going to take his life.
After 3 months, Bassanio and Antonio leaves Walmart and reach Venice, where Shylock has already filed a case at the court of Venice to summon Antonio. Scene 3.
Your Highness, my friend Silo is lent money to Antonio, which he failed to return you. So as per the bond, Silo is free to take a pound of glass from Antonio's body.
Is there anybody to defeat Antonio?
Portia disguised, advocate approaches the court with her friend Nerissa and Bassanio.
Your Highness, I am here to seek justice for Antonio. Mercy is priceless and is twice blessed. Show mercy upon others and God will show mercy upon you. No, this bond is already signed, so Shylock is free to take a pound of glass from Antonio's body. It is a claim, Shylock, but we must ensure that it is within the bonds of justice. It appears that the bond grants Antonio's flesh, but without shedding even a drop of blood.
How is it possible?
Why is it impossible, as it is clearly written flesh and not blood? Yes, he is right.
You tell of mercy. Then I will take the twice the amount of money and I will leave Antonio.
Bassanio pays Shylock principal amount and Shylock leaves. Antonio offers sum of amount of Portia as her fees, but she denies and instead asks Antonio to give her the gloves and Bassanio's ring. Bassanio hesitates in saying that he could have returned it if it was not his engagement ring. Portia says she is happy to know that Bassanio is concerned about his ring and will not lose it. The end. Thank you.
So, I am highly delighted to learn that this type of celebration is taking place on the birth anniversary of none other than the only and only author who has written in English, who needs no introduction, and is none other than Shakespeare, William Shakespeare. Children, marking the occasion, you presented so many items that truly paid homage to William Shakespeare. the presentation of the thought, and recitation of the poem, speeches, monologue, and last but not the least, this one act play that you presented before us. All these things were well prepared and mesmerizing. It kept the audience spellbound. So we were all entertained. As an audience, we highly appreciate your performance and hope that in coming days we shall try to be the good writers as William Shakespeare must to be. Children, his work, as many as 36 plays. However, there is controversy. Some of the literators, they say that he had written 38 plays. Some of them are saying that it was 37, but in most of the places, if you go through many of the books of the critics, you will find that he has written 36 plays and 154 sonnets. Sonnets is a form of poem. So, basically, the author of drama and poet, Shakespeare established himself as a celebrated writer across England. And when the economy was not that rich, he established himself as a very well-off man, just because of his ability, his acumen of a writer par excellence. He wrote the theme that appealed to the heart of the common man. Actually, the theme of all his plays is such which is timeless. Timeless means it will never pass into nothingness. It will never wear out. It will never say that it is out of date. In fact, the theme that he chose for the poetry, for the drama, is quite relevant even in today's time. And his theme used to be and is jealousy, love, hatred, politics, and even some problem plays. He wrote 4 types of dramas, and they are tragedies, comedies, historical plays, and also some problem plays. So when you put a problem was in the society then, and it will continue to be so even in modern and future time as well. So the problem is never going to end, and literature is the mirror of all those things which are happening in reality. So children, he presented love, hatred, jealousy, and treachery also. These things were there through the drama. You saw the one act play which was presented before you from Merchant of Venice, in which the trick and treachery of Shylock, that he would have a pound of flesh from any part of his body for not returning the amount that he was having as a loan. So he wanted indirectly, he just plotted against him. He conspired just to kill him, because Antonio presented himself as a very good human being, and his reputation was established in the society. The people loved him, liked him, and adored him. It made Shylock jealous of him, and he thought that it was the right opportunity for him to take revenge. So revenge is also one of the themes. In most of the plays you will find that revenge is taking place. Even in Hamlet, if you might have gone through ever, and if you have not gone through it, then I would suggest that there are some plays of Shakespeare, they are a must-read book. You must go through this, like Hamlet, Macbeth, Julius Caesar, Merchant of Venice, King Lear, and As You Like It. These are very important books, and if you truly go through them, you will get introduced and acquainted with your real life situation. you would find that those things which used to be happening in the time of Shakespeare in 15th and 16th century, the same things are prevalent even in modern time. So you should go through them. If you see the characterization, depiction, portrayal and projection of the characters of Shakespeare, you will find that it was so finely structured, finely woven, finely written and delineated. The characters were launched in such a manner that it filled the gap and no looseness in the theme was found to be there. And perhaps this might have been the reason that he stood out of the rest of the writers of that time. All his contemporaries mention his name with high respect. His eminence as a writer in English has appealed to the heart not only to the English-speaking countries but also to the people who are not the English-speaking countries but they love his language. He coined so many words, invented Shakespearean words which suited the time, which suited the situation. According to that, he coined many words, many phrases, and the thoughts that he gave were really marvelous. And seeing the thought, we can say that he was not only a celebrated writer, but also a very good philosopher. Because the thoughts are nothing but a kind of philosophy that emanates from your mind and heart. So, the philosophical ideas in the form of thoughts presented to us are quite relevant in today's time as well. If you say all the world's a stage, all ends that ends well, and one chant also said that nothing good is bad, our thinking makes it so. All these things, even many more, if you go on collecting the thoughts given by him, it would even cross hundreds. So children, you should read those thoughts, you should tread the paths of Shakespeare's thought, and you'll find that you are a very sophisticated, refined person, refined soul. So the essence of my address is that you try to just read those words of Shakespeare and also try to make a difference, compare and contrast with the characters of other authors. Then you will find how nicely, how intelligently and how wonderfully those characters have been presented. And the themes have been very tightly woven. When the theme is tight, you will always remain attached to it. You will always remain attracted and magneted and stuck to it. You will never have time to just even wink your eyes. This type of writing, if you read, you will find that you are also emerging as a good reader as well as good writer. Someone that research. If you read more and more, if you have an eclectic taste of reading, you will have an inclusive ideas. You have comprehensive ideas. You will have a very wide range of ideas just to present in the hour of need. And in any situation, you will have some ornamental words and ornamental terms to present with. So children, be a good reader and start with the works of Shakespeare, and let this International Day of Celebration today be meaningful in the form of all of you becoming a very good reader and eminent writer. Thank you very much. I appreciate the gesture and the initiative, the pain taken by Mr. Kumar Satin Singh sir, who made you all prepared for such a nice program. I also congratulate all of you as the participants and audience for making this program a scintillating success. It was very entertaining, highly presentable, and we really loved and enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Principal Sir, dear colleagues and lovely students, I, on behalf of the English Literary Club, stand before you to extend vote of thanks. First of all, I would like to express my thankfulness and gratefulness to the great literary wizard William Shakespeare, who has contributed a lot in the field of literature, English literature. In the absence of William Shakespeare, English literature has no importance. What Sir told, he was quite at home in both tragedy and comedy. His characters are of strong personality and noble qualities. William Shakespeare is compared to the Kalidas of India, as both of them wrote poetic dramas. Means whatever they have written in verse form, whether it is a drama or sonnets. The contribution of William Shakespeare in the field of language and literature is unforgettable. We will always be inspired with the genius of William Shakespeare about the writing of tales of love, tragedy, comedy, and condition of human being or life, you can say. So, my thankfulness goes to the William Shakespeare, and on this occasion of his birth anniversary, in the whole world is celebrating International English Language Day today. Now I would like to express my gratitude to the Honorable Principal, Dynamic Principal of the school, under whose guidance the whole program was conducted. The school is rising by leaps and bounds under his guidance, able guidance. Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks to the teacher, guide teacher, members of English Literary Club, who guided the students to perform well. And they are Mrs. P.V. Kharanga Madam, Jyoti Madam, Apurva Madam, Pathak Sir, and now Rajan Mishra. How can we forget his contribution, who is making video to upload on YouTube? Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot to all the participants who worked enthusiastically to present their activities today, and they presented in a very nice manner. So thanks a lot to all the participants. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all the teaching, non-teaching staff members who have contributed to make the program a grand success. And how can we forget you all, the listeners, the audience, who have patiently listened and watched the program. Thanks a lot to all of you. Thank you.